Hey everybody, welcome to my plant-based kitchen. Can't wait for you guys to come inside. Let's get busy. Hope everyone is doing well today. We are going to be going over some really great things today that is going to help get your mind ready for plant-based and get your kitchen ready for plant-based. So we are going to be going over all the equipment that will be really good for you to get just to get you started. I'm pretty sure you'll be buying plenty of things besides what I'm going to show you today, but I just want to give you some things and show you some things that will get you started and won't make it so frustrating getting started with the plant-based lifestyle. And it'll make it a whole lot easier. Things that'll cut down on chopping, so time. You won't be spending so much time prepping and different things like that. So we just want to make sure that we make this process as easy as possible. And before we get started with that, let's just talk a little bit about mindset. I'm always talking with my coaching clients. I'm always trying to get their minds ready for that whole new way of thinking when it comes to food and what we're putting on our plates, what we're going to the grocery store to buy. I really want them to think about what they're going to be eating. And I want them to take the time to think about it, because I don't want them to just be rushing to go to the grocery store. And if you're in there, you're just picking up anything or things that you're familiar with. I want you to go prepared. So with your list already ready, with your mindset already ready, thinking that I'm going to the grocery store to get things that are going to be beneficial to me, that are still going to taste good and going to be delicious, but I have a list. I actually have something that I'm bringing with me that's going to keep me on the right path of what I'm here to do, and not steer me to the cookie aisle or, some other aisle that I'm not supposed to be on. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about that and just really thinking about why you're doing this. What's the reason for, why are you even watching this video? I assume if you're watching this video, then you're serious about changing your lifestyle. You're serious about taking control of your health and making something new out of something that wasn't working for you. So either you're probably dealing with some type of chronic condition, or you're just not feeling good, but there's probably something going on with your body that's just not agreeing with you and you want some change. And you figure, first, let's start with the food, because 9 times out of 10, that's a big part of it. So this part is like really crucial, and setting you up with the kitchen and with your mindset is going to make this whole thing a lot easier. So just really being gentle with yourself during this time, not beating yourself up if you do fall off and you might do this or do that. Just get back on the horse, get back in the game, and continue to, go on with what you're trying to do, whatever your goal is, and set your intention. Before you even start this process, take the time to bring out your journal, a pad of paper, whatever it is. But I would even have an intention journal just specifically for setting intentions, maybe for the day, maybe for the week, maybe for the month, however you want to do it. But just for this section of your life, my plant-based lifestyle and changing what I'm eating to get healthier, what are my intentions for that? So just taking some time to sit down and really figure out where you're going with this so that you can stick with it. Because it's not a diet. It's not something that you're going to be doing one time or every 6 months or just in the summertime or just when you get 5 pounds overweight. This is something that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. So you're trying to bring it into your life and you're trying to make it a lifestyle. So you want to make sure that you're setting intentions that you can actually reach and that you can live by. So that would be really good just to get you started. And like I said, be gentle with yourself. Don't beat yourself up about it. This is something that's a journey, basically. So you're going to be doing this for the rest of your life. So, and it's always a learning. You're always going to be learning. So, let's just think about that, taking it easy and not overwhelming ourselves and thinking that we have to lose 10 pounds in the next week or the next month, and we have to look a certain way and our skin better clear up because I'm eating this food. Everything takes time. You have to get your body used to the food. You have to get your system used to it. And once all that happens, everything that you want to happen, all the good stuff that comes with it will definitely start flowing into your life. You'll just be manifesting it. It'll be awesome. So let's talk about getting our kitchen set up now that we have our minds together. Let's talk about how we're going to set our kitchens up. What are some important things that you need to have in your kitchen? I know for me, when I started plant-based lifestyle or just trying to eat healthier, setting up my kitchen was major. I cooked. I've always been a cook, but some things I didn't have. And really one of the major things for me was storing my food in the proper containers and cooking my food in the proper pots and skillets. I was using all the wrong stuff. I had this little skillet that was, oh my God, it was peeling up in the inside. All the stuff is coming up, and you know where all that stuff is going, in your food. And it was my favorite omelet little skillet, and I continued to use it over and over and over again. And finally, someone came over to my house, and I was cooking something for them. One of my sisters, actually, from my mosque, and she's really into eating healthy and making sure she's using the right type of pots and pans and stuff. She was just like, oh my God, don't cook me anything in that right now. Do not. So I was just like, why? So she totally explained to me about, those things, that type of pot, and I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but all that, like the nonstick pots, all those things that they make, eventually all that material that they make, the nonstick, it eventually starts to come up, wear and tear. Putting it in the dishwasher, washing it, eventually all that stuff starts coming up and it's going into your food. So it's disgusting and it's gross. So the right type of skillets and stuff you want to use, I'm just going to bring over here so you can see. We'll start with the skillets. And the skillets, I didn't bring any of my stainless steel because just bringing these was enough. But these are the best ones. Everybody knows about cast iron. And I just wanted to show you guys some of the sizes that you can get. So you can have your little tiny skillet if you're just cooking one egg or a couple of whatever, some veggies or something really fast. And here's some mushrooms, something quick and easy. Put it in here. Our sauce, you might be just making a little bit of sauce just for you. If you're just by yourself at home and there's nobody else but you don't have to have a bunch of big old pots and pans. So this is a really tiny one. You can actually I have a quiche that I do that's plant-based, and you can put a quiche in here, and this could be just for you. Okay, so that's a great little skillet for that. And then this is a bigger size. I use this one a lot, like in the morning time, if I'm making, my children need eggs, so if I'm making them eggs or something like that, this works perfect. And all of these, one of my biggest things I thought before I started using cast iron was that it wasn't going to be, everything was going to stick. And if you're not, and what I learned is if you're not taking care of your cast iron, it will. So if your cast iron is rusty or dry, or if it's not oiled properly, then your stuff is going to stick. But when you oil it properly and clean it every time you use it, I mean, no eggs stick to this at all. The eggs come right off. Anything I put in here, it's perfect. It does not stick whatsoever. So just make sure that when you have your cast iron, every time you use it, some soapy water, dry it completely, and then immediately oil it. And it doesn't matter whatever type of cooking oil you use, you can use to oil this. And then just wipe it down, take the excess oil out, and store it in your cabinet. But you can see how shiny and nice these are. And then we did, we put our shish kebabs on this one. So this one's really great for like a grill pan. You could grill eggplant on here, mushrooms, vegetables, all kind of delicious stuff. And it's a nice size. And then this is a bigger size. So if you have a family, you can put all your veggies or whatever you're cooking in here, and it's a nice size. And just look how shiny and nice it is. So all you have to do is just take care of your cast iron, and it will be good to you. And it will treat you good, and your food will be cooked in a nice, healthy pot, and you don't have to worry about any residue going into your food, any type of chemicals and poison that they make nonstick pots with, okay? So then I just wanted to show you guys some stainless steel. You could also get stainless steel skillets also. And as far as pricing goes, all this stuff is priced reasonably. Like this large pan, I think I might have paid $25, maybe $30 for it. The smaller ones, of course, were cheaper. So, I mean, anywhere ranging from, what, 12 to 40 bucks. And you could, get all these pots, all these skillets. You might spend maybe 80 bucks the first time at the most, just getting all those different sizes, maybe a little bit less. And then you want to make sure that you have all your pots. So this is like your stock pot. You can cook soups and stews and stuff in. This is going to be like your sauce pot. Anything small that you might need to put in here. I love to put like a plant-based macaroni and cheese sauce in here. All kind of different stuff, barbecue sauces, anything like that that you're making, because it's a smaller pot. And then there, of course, are a few pots in between those two that you can buy also. And usually these might come in a set. There's Cuisinart, there's Calphalon. So there's a bunch of different brands that you can go over to Costco and get a good deal. Bed Bath & Beyond, Home Goods. So all those places you can definitely go and you can find super good deals on pots. So stainless steel and cast iron. And in the cast iron, like the skillets and stuff like that, you could get stainless steel also. So just shop around, see what you like, try them out. But definitely the cast iron is gonna be definitely good for skillets. I love it, it's my favorite. And some other things that you're gonna need, like a casserole dish. So like a glass casserole dish. These come in a few different sizes too. So you're gonna have like a small one, a medium one, and then you're gonna have this large one. Your casseroles, your baked veggies, anything like that that you're putting together. Your breads could even go in here. If you're making a cornbread or something, it could actually go in here. So those are really good to get. And they come in sets too. You can probably buy a set of 3 different sizes for maybe 20, 25 bucks. So to set up your whole kitchen with like pots and stuff is not gonna be super expensive at all. And then let's see, any other pots that I wanna show you guys. I think that's it for the pots and stuff. And then if you're, as far as storage is concerned, you wanna make sure that you're using, stop buying them little plastic throwaways at the store, y'all, because I was buying them. And then you take them to work, heat them up in the microwave, and guess what? You're eating the plastic. And you know what I'm talking about. You know how that dish looked when after you take it out the microwave and it's melted because you left it in there for too long. So stop getting those. That I used to buy all the time because they're cheap. You could get like 50 of them for $2. So make the investment. I got these from Costco. Super duper good deal. You get like, I think, probably 6 to 8 of these in a box, different sizes. These are a couple of sizes. This little small one, you could take your sauces or something, your sides or something to work. You could put your whole dish in here. Comes with the tops. Wash them in the dishwasher, hand wash them. They're glass, so you don't have to, and you can put them in the microwave. If you still use the microwave, you can put them in the microwave and warm your food up, and you don't have to worry about plastic melting into your food too. So, you know, a lot of people, we don't think about that. Like, the plastic that's melting into your food is going into your body, and I'm pretty sure it is causing some issues in there. So make sure that you're getting containers to store your food in that are going to be healthy for you and safe for you and your family. So those are good for storage, and there's all different kinds of sizes that you could get. You can go crazy with it. And then different things that you can also get as far as like utensils and things that you're gonna need for sure would be a good knife set. And this isn't anything like super fancy or expensive, but I bet you one thing, it cuts and it does the job. So if you're new to the kitchen, you're new to cooking, I know a lot of people that are watching this don't cook a lot or want to start learning how to cook more, and you don't wanna invest a whole lot of money. You're not a chef, so you're not trying to buy like chef knives. And you don't have to. In order to cut your vegetables and chop up the stuff that you need, a good set can be bought at Home Goods, Costco, any of those places, and you can get it for 50 bucks. And I mean, that's a whole set. Like, you get like 4 or 5 different knives, you know, the paring knife, the butcher knife, and all that different stuff that you might need to use when you're doing your cooking. So just invest in a good set of knives, because if you don't, if you're using something dull, you might cut yourself because you're going to be over killing it with the pressure you're putting it on because the knife is dull. So you might cut yourself, or you're just going to be wasting a lot of time trying to cut or slice or peel something. And, you know, you could be making your whole process go a whole lot faster and a lot smoother if you have some really good, decent knives. So knives are important. We're gonna have a whole list. There's gonna be a whole list of all this stuff. So right now, while you're watching, if you're not taking notes, don't worry, because you're gonna be able to download a list of all the stuff that we're talking about today. And we'll have some recommendations for stores that you can buy it from. And if nothing else, Amazon has everything. So if you can't find it, if you don't have time to go to the store or don't want to, you can always get on Amazon. They'll have all this stuff too. And then get yourself a peeler. I like my peeler. Sometimes I will use this paring knife and I will do some cutting. But if it's something that I want to do quickly, I'll do the peeler, carrots, potatoes, fruits. You can use this and it might cost you $2. So all those different places that we said you could pick up different things, you could pick that up. I love a pair of kitchen shears. These are super good. I cut different vegetables with these, especially if I'm using something at the end and I'm just decorating and making the food look nice. I can cut it up really quick. This is really good for herbs. You know, you can cut your herbs up really fast instead of trying to chop them. Really great for fresh herbs. So get you a pair of kitchen shears. And usually when you buy a knife set, I think these came with my knife set. Yeah. So these shears came with my knife set. So usually when you buy a knife set, then you'll get a pair of cooking shears with it also. And then you also want to make sure you have all your measuring cups, of course, especially if you're new to this, because you're not going to be pinching here and this and that. You're going to actually be wanting to measure everything out, especially for all the recipes that we have, until you get it down, and then you can kind of freestyle it. But until then, get yourself a nice measuring set, maybe $5. No more than that. Get your measuring spoons, especially if you're baking, different things like that. You want to make sure that you're actually measuring, because with baking, it's like math. Like you have to do it exactly how it's supposed to be done for it to turn out the way you want it to. So super important. Make sure you have some measuring spoons. Those are super reasonably priced too. And then I like to use the wooden spoons, bamboo spoons, wooden spoons. These are easy to use, easy to clean. So those come in a pack. You can get a pack for like $8 maybe. They don't cost that much. And they have all different ones. You can get a little spatula type and one hole in it. This one for soups, you know, just all kind of stuff that you could get. And then make sure these are like, I use these all the time for cooking, for baking. Get your rubber spatulas. I got these from IKEA for like $1, I think. So IKEA has some good stuff too. And they actually have some stainless steel pots and stuff that are super reasonably priced. So make sure you get your rubber spatulas. And then what else do we have here? Let's get on to some of our appliances. We are going to let's talk about the smaller ones first, the easier ones. This is a coffee grinder, and I actually use it for my spices. So when I'm making the spices, I put them in this grinder if I buy them whole, like cloves or cardamom or different things like that, and you need to grind them down, you can put them in this coffee grinder. And it's just a regular coffee grinder. If you go on, I think I got this from Amazon. If you go on Amazon and put in coffee grinder, this is what you could use to grind up your coffee beans and your spices. So it works really, really well. And it makes your spices, it just, brings out the fragrance, opens them up. It's really nice for that. So I love having this because I use it all the time. And now that you're getting into more plant-based eating, you're going to be trying different types of spices and stuff. So make it easy for yourself. Get you a coffee grinder, throw your spices in there, grind them up, and you can just use them right away into your food. Give your food some really good flavor and stuff. So that is super amazing about this coffee grinder. And then we have a little handheld blender. And I use this a lot in the morning for my teas, my coffees, and it stirs everything up really good. So if you're using herbs or you're using like a powdered mushroom coffee, you want to make some foam in your coffee, or because I don't drink coffee anymore, but I drink like a mushroom coffee. So it's like mushroom, cacao. Sometimes I might add a little ashwagandha in there if I'm feeling a little anxious or just want to be relaxed more. And this just stirs up everything really good. It's battery operated. You push that, it'll foam it up. So it'll make you feel like you have some Starbucks or something. So maybe you might not miss the coffee as much. So this is just a handy dandy. It was like $9 or something. And I love using it just to kind of stir up my stuff a lot easier, make sure everything gets blended really good. So this you could pick up on Amazon or in a store. And then we have, I love this. This is my, I use this for my zoodles. So this will cut up, and you can use it for anything. You can use it for carrots, zucchini, eggplant, whatever you want to spiralize. So it'll just turn everything into like a, you know, the little noodles that you want. And it comes in different sizes. So you can switch out this little blade, and you can do small, really thin, like spaghettini, or you could do like spaghetti. So the sizes are different. You could do it really thick. But I wanted one of these forever because I would buy the zucchini already cut up in the store, and it was like more expensive. It was more expensive than just buying like one thing of zucchini that I could bring home and do myself. So I was just like, I need to get one of these. So this is perfect, and you can use it for your veggies. So you could cut out eating so much of the pasta, and you can switch it up and use more of the zucchini or some type of squash instead of doing the pasta all the time, and cut back on the carbs and the gluten. So that is that, and that's super reasonable. Got it on Amazon too. Probably was like 25 bucks, maybe. I don't even know if it was that much. So check this out. This will be on our list, but you'll love it, and it'll make life a lot easier for you. And then we also have, this I'll show you before I go over to the blender. This is a sushi kit that I really love. If you like sushi and you're trying to steer clear of like eating like the raw fish and stuff, and you want to make sushi at home, you can get this on Amazon too. I think everybody should have one. It's super amazing. And it comes with everything you need to make sushi. So it has everything in this little bag. They even give you some chopsticks, super cute. And they give you the bamboo little roller. So you roll your sushi in here, little mat. So I love this. And I've learned to make sushi at home. So we're going to do that on here for the cooking show. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So definitely invest in one of these. And this might have cost me maybe 20, 25 bucks at the most. So you even get these nice little chopsticks that come with it. Your mat for rolling. You get your scooper for your rice to make sure your rice is on your mat really good. Directions, because we always need directions. So this is a nice little kit that if you're interested in making sushi at home, I would definitely pick one up because it's super reasonable. And it's called a bazooka kit. So you can get this on Amazon. We'll put this on our list too. I just love it. So I was like, I have to share this with you guys because I love making sushi at home. And you can put all kind of delicious fresh vegetables and stuff in there. And definitely you need one of these mandolins, which is super amazing. You can cut cucumbers, tomatoes, carrots, potatoes for French fries. You can make crinkle cut fries. You can do your bell peppers. But it's super amazing. It makes life a lot easier. And if you just want to kind of get fancy and you don't have time, you want to do the little julienne cut, but you don't have time and you don't have the knife skills to sit there and do all that chopping and slicing, get you one of these because it's going to make your food look pretty. And you can get all those sizes that you want, the thinness, or the really thin slices that you might see when you go to a restaurant with the cucumbers and you can lay them on your salad all pretty. So it's all about that, you guys, making sure to make this a lot easier and to make your food pretty at the same time. Why not? So that's a mandolin, and that might run you like about 40 bucks. I bought that a long time ago. I don't know how much they cost now, but probably like about 40, 50 bucks for a good one. And then I'm going to put this pot back over here so I can show you a food processor. Here's yours. This is a food processor, and this is a small one. So if I have a really big one at home, but if you're just by yourself, this is perfect. I think this is like a 6-cup food processor. So you can throw your veggies in here if you're making a soup, a stew, stir fry, a bowl or something like that. You don't feel like chopping up your onions and your bell peppers and your garlic. Throw everything in here at one time. And you can just chop it up really fast. You're done. It's finished. If you're prepping for the week, you could chop all your vegetables up, put them in different little containers, and pull them out during the week when you need them. So for each meal, you know I'm going to make this and this and that. So I'm going to make sure I have these veggies and these veggies. And it's all done. You put them in this food processor, and you're all finished. Make it easy for yourself. And this one is a KitchenAid. You can get a Cuisinart, a KitchenAid. Costco always has amazing prices for these. I'm pretty sure Sam Clubs does also. And you can, if it's just you, get this one. If you have a family like I do, I got the big one. So I can put more stuff in there. You can make dips in here. I make hummus. I make all types of dips, Kalamata olive spread, super delicious. So you can make all kind of sauces and dips and stuff in here also. And it fits really nicely on your cabinet. It doesn't take up a lot of room on your countertop, I'm sorry. So that is a great thing to have in your kitchen. And then this is one of my favorites. Let me bring this big boy over here. You see me using, when I'm here in the kitchen doing my show, I use a Ninja. And then at home, I use this Vitamix. Don't judge me about this container because I've had it for 8 years and it has been good to me. So as you can see, it is clean, very clean, but it's a little cloudy because I use it all the time. So I make soups in here, or I break down soups in here, sauces, salad dressings, smoothies, you name it, I make it in here. And it worked so good. Like I said, I've had this for 8 years, you guys. It is an investment. I paid a pretty penny for it, but it was totally worth it. I wanted one for so long, saved up my money. It was probably like $600, but I've had it for 8 years. Come on now. I've got my money's worth 10 times. I mean, please. So if you're really looking for something to break down like nuts and really break it down to where there's, no crumbly. I mean, my smoothies are smooth. So this would be something to really invest in over time. If you're just starting, get something that's a little not as expensive, but that still is going to work for you and do what you need it to do. But if you're really getting into cooking, you really want to invest in something good, get you a Vitamix, and it's going to last you. It's going to be totally worth the money that you're going to put into it, and you're going to be able to do so much with it. Like I said, I use it for several different things, and I use it almost every day. I'm always putting something in here if I'm cooking or if I'm just making a smoothie or something. So this is like a really good item to have in your plant-based kitchen. And let's see, I think we have gone through everything. Oh no, I'm sorry. We have some things back here that I need to tell you about. And one of these items is a salad spinner. I love my salad spinner. I don't know about you guys, but I like my leaves to be dry. I want them, when I put the dressing on, I want it to go on the leaves and not just slide off because my salad is all wet. So I like to put my salads in here. If I'm making like a coleslaw or something like that, I like to chop up my cabbage, put it in here, get it nice and dry. So this thing works really, really good. And I got this off of Amazon. And it was like 20 bucks, I think. Probably less than that. It might have been like 15 bucks. But it works really, really well. And you can get a family size bowl of salad in here, your greens, so spinach, kale, arugula, whatever it is you're making your salad with. That works really well. You can pick it up at any of those stores we talked about also. And then make sure you have a colander that you can drain your pasta in, wash your different veggies in. This one's like a stainless steel one. I really like it. And then these stainless steel bowls. I love these bowls. I have these in different sizes, medium, a size a little bit bigger, and then I have like a really big one. So if I'm doing something really big, putting on an event or something at the juice bar, or having people over at my house, I can just throw everything in the big old bowl, or even this bowl, mix everything up by hand. If I'm making granola, I love to use these bowls. If I'm putting together a pasta salad, these work super good. Anything like that. If you're mixing, like even if you're baking something, it works really good. You can put it in here and use your hand mixer. So these are reasonably priced too. You can get a set of these on Amazon for like maybe 25 bucks and you'll get like 3 or 4 of them, I think. So these are reasonably priced and you can get them in different sizes and they store really well. So I think we have covered everything in the kitchen today, guys. If there's anything that I've missed that I think you would want, I'm going to add it to the list. So you will be able to download the list, and you will be able to go and look at all the different stores that you can pick this up from, and you can price compare and see what works for your budget. But, you know, take the time to set up your plant-based kitchen, price compare, do whatever you have to, but just make sure you do it, because it's going to make life so much easier, and it's going to make you want to stick with what you're doing and make it a lot more fun to be in the kitchen and enjoy yourself while you're cooking. So that's going to be it for the plant-based kitchen today, and I will see you guys next time in Kimberly's Plant-Based Kitchen.